How I learned to stop competing and start dominating. This is the Amazon way. After 4 decades of building businesses from electronic labs to cybersecurity firms, I've watched thousands of CEOs make the same expensive mistake. They think beating competitors is about better pricing, superior features, or stronger relationships. Spoiler alert, Jeff Bezos didn't build Amazon by selling books cheaper than Barnes & Noble. I'm David White, and today I'm going to show you the 7 systematic frameworks that turn ordinary operations into scaling machines. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your competitors are fighting yesterday's battles while you're building tomorrow's advantages. We'll cover the decision velocity system that Amazon uses, the predictable excellence model that saved my consulting businesses, and the communication framework that prevented my company from imploding when we scaled to service Lloyd's Bank and Ernst & Young. Plus, I'll share how to get my complete 90-day Authority Displacement Execution Plan that shows you exactly how to implement these frameworks. But first, let me tell you about the day I realized everything I knew about competition was wrong. This is a personal story. Picture this. I'm 20-something, going door to door for Xerox during the day, flipping chicken at KFC at night, studying electronics engineering whenever I could stay awake. Classic broke entrepreneur story, right? I thought success meant working harder than everyone else. Fast forward through radar systems, computer development, and eventually running a telephone marketing business, I kept making the same assumption. Beat the competition by doing what they do, just better. Then I watched Jeff Bezos destroy entire industries, not by playing their game better, but by building systematic frameworks that made the game irrelevant. While bookstores competed on selection and service, Amazon was building systems that could scale infinitely. That's when I realized I wasn't just wrong about competition, I was wrong about business itself. The Bezos revelation. Here's what Bezos understood that most CEOs miss completely. When Amazon faced explosive growth in the late 90s, every other e-commerce company was hiring frantically, buying bigger servers, throwing money at problems. Sound familiar? Most of you are probably doing this right now, even today. Bezos did something different. He built what he called day one thinking, systematic frameworks that treated every day like startup day, regardless of size. While his competitors' operations broke under growth, Amazon's systems actually got better at scale. I saw this same pattern in my own business. When I was pioneering SEO for Disney and Sony, the companies that survived weren't the ones with the biggest teams or budgets. They were the ones with the systematic frameworks for decision-making, communication, and execution. This is why I developed the Authority Diagnostic System. After working with thousands of business leaders, from private equity directors to mid-level company owners, I realized authority isn't about personality or charisma. It's about systematic frameworks that create compound advantages. The 7 frameworks. Let me walk you through the 7 frameworks that separate scaling successes from scaling disasters. Framework number 1, decision velocity. Most companies slow down decisions as they grow. Smart companies accelerate them. When I was running cybersecurity training programs, we implemented clear decision rights and automated approval pathways. The result? Faster decisions at scale, not slower. Framework number 2, predictable excellence. You can't rely on individual heroics when you're scaling. I learned this the hard way when my telephone marketing business nearly imploded serving major clients. We built systematic quality checkpoints as a result and saved the company. Framework number 3, communication multiplication. Have you ever played telephone tag with a 5-person team versus a 50-person team? Exactly. That's why systematic communication frameworks aren't optional, they're survival. Framework number 4, talent acceleration pipeline. While your competitors scramble for talent, you're cultivating systematic talent advantages. It's like the difference between fishing and fish farming. Framework number 5, resource optimization. Stop playing resource roulette. Systematic allocation means every dollar and hour works harder. Framework 6, performance amplification. Traditional performance management breaks at scale like a rubber band stretched too far. Systematic performance frameworks ensure everyone rows in the same direction. Framework 7, innovation acceleration platform. Here's the kicker. Most companies think they have to choose between scaling and innovating. Wrong. Systematic frameworks let you do both. Here's the implementation reality check. Now, before you run off thinking you can implement all 7 frameworks by Tuesday, slow down there, speed racer. I've been building systematic frameworks for 4 decades, and I still mess up implementation sometimes. Remember, I started door to door at Xerox. If I can figure this out, so can you. But it takes systematic thinking, not heroic effort. Start with one framework, master it, and then add the next. Each framework multiplies the effectiveness of the others, but only if you build them systematically. Think compound interest, not lottery tickets. Here's what your competitors don't understand and why you're about to have an unfair advantage. While they're competing on visible factors, pricing, features, relationships, you're building invisible systematic frameworks that compound over time. They're fighting today's battles with yesterday's operational approaches. You're building tomorrow's competitive advantages through systematic frameworks that turn scaling from a challenge into an unfair advantage. This is exactly what I teach in my Authority diagnostic system. It's not about becoming more charismatic or building better relationships, though of course these help. It's about systematic frameworks that create measurable authority and influence. Look, I could talk about this for hours, and my clients pay me very well to do exactly that. But instead of making you wait, I've put together something that gives you the complete picture. It's called the 90-Day Authority Displacement Execution Plan, and it shows you exactly how to implement these systematic frameworks to destroy competitors who shouldn't even be competing with you. You can download it free from my Substack. The link is in the description. But let me spell it out. It's theauthorityfigure.substack.com. Look for the article, How to Destroy Competitors Who Shouldn't Even Be Competing With You. Fair warning, this isn't some fluffy motivational content. This is systematic, implementable frameworks based on 4 decades of building businesses and working with thousands of leaders. If you're not ready to actually implement systematic change, don't download it. But if you're tired of competing on everyone else's terms, well, remember what I learned from Bezos and 30 years of business mistakes. The real battleground isn't where you think. While your competitors chase visible advantages, you can build systematic frameworks that create compound competitive advantage. The choice is yours. Keep competing on obvious factors that everyone can copy, or build systematic frameworks that create unfair advantage over time. Your teams are waiting for the clarity and systems that will unleash their full potential. The systematic frameworks that create unfair competitive advantages are waiting for leaders bold enough to implement them. Download the 90-Day Authority Displacement Execution Plan. Start building your systematic advantage today. And if you found this valuable, subscribe and hit the bell because we're just getting started.